Now, for some of you, you've already heard some of this. That was actually some soundtrack from a previously wonderful science fiction program that I used to enjoy, Babylon 5. But it's good to see all my happy campers in medical microbiology. Okay, look, I'm going to go over a few things. Some of you that have me for both AP2 and medical micro, this is going to sound a little bit repetitious. Don't hang up, because I'm going to have some specialized information that is unique just for medical microbiome. Okay? I assure you that we're going to try to do the best job that we can in the midst of a shelter in place and all these other things that are going on because of the pandemic. First off, welcome, and I hope you're all safe and healthy. Okay? I've had some students ask me about a modified syllabus. I'm not going to rewrite a whole modified syllabus. I'll tell you what we're going to do. There are going to be some minor changes. The changes will be sent as announcements and as changes on Blackboard. I may send you an email from time to time. How many? It could be 2, it could be 3 a week, depends. As a result, we will still be able to complete all of our studies. I assure you I'm not going to leave you hanging. I want everyone to do well and to excel and to achieve their goals. So, what's going to happen? First off, in medical microbiology, instead of us doing the unknown, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The grade, there's a section of the syllabus that talks about unknown project. No problem. We're going to have you do 2 case studies, one each week. So there'll be one this week. I'll put up the information. You'll read the case. There will be a Word document that you will fill out all the answers to, and you will upload in Blackboard. In all cases, for all assignments, do not email me the assignment, please. I will have to delete it. Several reasons. One, of course, is my email box will get filled very quickly. Second thing is some people inadvertently may send me a virus or Trojan, and right now I can't afford to have any of my computers go down. So it's better if you upload it in Blackboard, okay? And that way we have a hard copy, sort of, an electronic copy of what you did, and then I can pass on the grading, okay? So you'll have one this week, one next week. They should be interesting. That's one part. Now, after that, all the labs will be labs that I have previously done for microbiology that should help you. You'll probably have to take a little time. Instead of doing lab work per se, you will do investigative and research work and review certain things. Like, I'll be covering stuff like fungi. I'll be covering material on helminths, parasitic worms, on vectors, and a few other things to get you to have a greater appreciation and understanding of the importance of these things as players of disease, etc. And it's very important. Okay. Everybody just thinks it's all focused on bacteria. No, if that were so easy, we wouldn't have the COVID-19. Okay. Now, let me go into another thing. Normal, if we were back in college at the university, we would meet Tuesday and Thursday, 4 to 5:15, and then we would meet in the lab 5:30 to 6:55. Okay, most of the content that you are going to now deal with is what's called asynchronous. In other words, it's recorded. I'm going to record lectures. I'm going to give you the same PowerPoint slides. And of course, you're going to have the readings. We're going to catch up on things. I know we were a little bit behind, but believe me, we're going to get caught up very quickly. We are going to meet once a week. Now, if you sit there and say, I can't make it because of X, Y, and Z, well, this came from the president down to the provost, down to the dean, down to the department chair. So there's really not much here. Basically, the concept is this. If you were coming back and being on campus, you'd have to be in the classroom. I am going to set synchronous, in other words, virtual meetings, but I'm only going to do it once a week, but it's going to be during the hours that you normally would have had class with me. Okay, so the rest of the time you're scheduling, etc., you can be somewhat flexible, but you have to think about this for a second. Okay, if I give you so much lecture, you have to, on average, according to the Carnegie Educational Foundation or whatever it is, have to put 2 more hours on top of that for studying and things like that. No problem. If I do the recorded lectures, that also gives you the capability of going back over it. I'm going to put the lectures into YouTube. I'll provide you the link. I will provide you the link in the Blackboard. And the reason being is that then you can kind of stop, review something, play it back, etc. The other advantage also is that if you wish, you can also do closed captioning. You will also still get the lecture PowerPoints posted. Okay, so there's no problem there. The only thing that I'm throwing out to you is this, that the one day of the week, and in this case it's going to be on Thursday at 4 o'clock, you will meet with me and you will prepare yourself by going over the audio lecture, well, the video lectures, as well as reviewing the readings, as well as reviewing the PowerPoint slides. Because in that time, we're going to just keep it just for questions, discussion. And even if you sit there and say, well, I don't have any questions, Professor, you're still going to have to be there. And you may learn from your peers if they ask a question. Now, this is helpful because I really want to be able to be available if students do have questions. If by chance we go up to the time limit and you still have some questions, that's okay. We can meet and I can schedule it as a virtual meeting using, again, Blackboard. And you just send me an email and we'll try to work out a time. Now, to help you to understand what I mean by this is if you go here, and we were in, let's see if I can bring this down here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And no, 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 no. Yep, I think this is it, right? Yep, it is. If you look right here, it says Blackboard Ultra. Well, Blackboard Ultra, if you click on it, we'll have a screen come up, and what I will do is set up a session. The session will start on Thursdays, every Thursday at 4 p.m., and I take attendance, so you should be there. And you click in, and there'll be a few people who have windows where you can see their happy faces, and other people maybe not, but there's a limit on that. Otherwise, it looks like the Brady Bunch, bunch of windows here, and you look around and go, oh, that's cool. Anyways, I want to have some what they would call FaceTime so that if you have any really burning questions, you don't understand something, that's okay. But you are expected to go over the material beforehand. Okay? So we've got labs, also the lab exam. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some questions from content that you did earlier, so you should have your sheets with you, as well as subsequent material that I'm going to do. And we'll have it toward the end of the semester, and it will be in Blackboard. Now, with all exams that we do from this point on, I'm not going to just surprise you. You're going to have at least a week notice. And they will be in the Blackboard. They will be of a type where there's going to be an additional piece of software added on. It's called Respondus. Now, if you've never worked with Respondus, all Respondus does is say, when you started your exam, you can't open another window on your computer. Otherwise, you'd have people doing this. They would go, oh, he had us the question. Let me open up another window and Google it, get the answer. No, you can't do that. Now, I will say this. I really strongly encourage you to make sure that your computer is up to snuff and that you're ready to go. You should be studied. The exams are not going to be killers. They're going to be basically what you would normally have, which would be about, I think it's like an hour and 15 minutes. Okay? Like we've done before. And 99% of the time, you folks have been remarkable. You've gotten it done well before the 1 hour and 15-minute timeline, and everybody did wonderfully. Okay? So it's basically the same. Now, the date for the third exam, I want to check to see if we need to tweak it a little bit. It won't be massive. You will still have a comprehensive final exam. And I will also try to have a little time toward the end for any review, but that's when we're going to have the face-to-face anyways. And I'm thrilled because what I'm intending to do is that once we get through things like the immune system, the various aspects, adaptive and innate, and we get through antibiotics and all these other interesting topics, we're going to start going into the actual diseases of the various physiological systems, nervous system, blood, digestive system, um, skin, etc. And that's where it gets really neat. And I hope to give you some really neat exercises also to kind of stir up interest and get you to really think about things. Okay. Now, I want to make sure I covered all these things here. One thing I wanted to just review, and I may have done it earlier, but I beg for your forgiveness here. As I said, any assignments that you have to submit to me in labs, this is going to go for all the labs anyways, you'll have a site on the Blackboard that'll say upload. Okay? Do not send it to me by email. I cannot have the stuff, and I will immediately delete it. Okay? All right. And let's see. The nice thing about the Blackboard also is with an exam is that you're going to get an immediate grade. I mean, it'll be yes, no, bang, bing, bang, bang, and it's right there. Okay? Now, I've said just about everything. I wanted to make sure this wasn't too long and laborious. In the next 24 to 48 hours, you will have several lectures this week that you can basically listen to. I encourage you to read the chapters also. I know this is a difficult time, and as we've talked about it before, this is something you don't see in 100 years. And I know that there's a lot of things thrown up in the air about what you're going to do, how's the grades going to go, and everything else. I will try to be straightforward and fair with everybody. Basically, I will tell you in advance, here you have an exam you've got to prepare for. I will go over, we'll still have the same amount of work that is required on the deadlines for mastering microbiology. So you still have your weekly homework and you've got still your weekly quiz. Nothing changes there. Everything else is still is pretty much the same. The thing that I want you to keep in mind is in an online environment, and I've been teaching online courses for over 20 years now, it's very, very easy to fall on your face on this. And almost the overwhelming majority of students that do that, it's because they procrastinated. Do not put off things. Start with a calendar in front of you, your calendar, and say, okay, fine. We're going to meet each week Thursday, 4 p.m. Block that out. We're going to have to still have homework which is due in Mastering Microbiology no later than Friday, 11:59 p.m. A quiz, Mastering Microbiology, 11:59 p.m. Saturday. And the labs, I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway, but I'll be really clear about when they're due. Okay? They're very straightforward. They're not that impossible. But as I said to you, be careful about procrastinating, putting things aside, because that usually is how students do poorly. Okay? A couple of other minor details. I've had from time to time students asking me, will I still be able to pass this course? Excuse me. It is my policy never to speculate on somebody's grade outcome because it's all up to you. I'm just here to A, take the grade, and B, instruct you. If you do the work, I would imagine that you will do outstanding. If you don't understand the stuff, then it's up to you to work on and review this till you do understand it. Therefore, I can't make any estimates for anyone. Okay. What I do encourage you to do is plan ahead because that is going to be one of the key components to your success. All right. And let's see. You'll get updates. We'll meet this Thursday, 4 p.m. You'll click on Blackboard Ultra and we'll have a planned out meeting. All you have to do is come there, click in, and you'll get a window, and I'll be there, and whoever all the other students will be there, and that's fine. Excuse me. Otherwise, I'll see you. I hope you have a very good week. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you soon.